just did.
Just did what?
We just traveled through time.
What?
Wait. That's the loop. Amazing. Fucking plastic poodles.
Uh-huh.
No deviation. That's how we're traveling through time.
Are you serious? Why can't you talk about normal things?
Okay, like what?
I don't know. Normal things.
No. What were we talking about before we time traveled?
We didn't time travel.
Okay. Do you remember any conversation we have ever had?
What does that have to do with time travel?
It just does. Do you remember anything we have ever talked about?
Of course, yeah. We talked about the little word of the day calendars.
When?
I don't know.
So now do you get what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Okay. We'll start with an example. Kyle.
Yep.
Cut right here, okay?
Okay.
There. We just traveled through time.
Really?
Well, what do you think we just did?
I think we just ate lunch.
Right.
And I think some of it is still on your shirt.
What? No, that was there before.
Really?
Yeah. We ate lunch, right? But to know how we traveled through time, you have to understand transcendence. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's like when you die and go to heaven.
Almost. It is just changing your form, or living in another reality.
Okay.
And you see that?
The camera?
Yeah. That is our transcendental medium. You see, as it records our images, we begin to live in two separate realities. This reality, and the reality that is imprinted on the film in the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's like being filmed is the only way to be truly immortal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a cliche, but yeah.
Okay.
You're not wrong, you're just not taking it far enough. See, when you transcend reality, you can achieve superpowers. Like...
Immortality.
And...
Time travel?
Exactly.
I still don't get it.
Really? I always thought you were smarter than me.
I am, but what you're talking about doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what I left out. I'll start with another cliche. Have you ever heard how atheists...
I am an atheist.
You are too quick to label yourself.
I don't believe in God.
You can't know that.
I can't know whether or not I believe in God.
Sorry, I meant to say you probably shouldn't say that.
Why?
Because there's no way to know for sure.
Your opinion.
Okay. So you atheists say that it isn't God that created us, but we who created God.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You said probably. See, to our film selves, there is a God. The observer. You see, if no one watches this movie, we don't exist. Our film selves.
Yeah, I got that. But a real God doesn't exist, right?
You're the atheist.
So how did we time travel?
The lunch hour.
The lunch hour?
Yeah. We broke for an hour in time. And considering someone is watching this movie, we traveled that hour in a split second. For all intensive purposes, we just time traveled.
Intents and purposes.
What?
You meant to say intents and purposes.
No, what I meant to say was my theory holds up to the most intensive purposes.
You are an idiot.
No, I can look at things differently. Things most people just take for granted.
Granted.
But traveling forward through time is easy. You don't even need to transcend to do it. But traveling back in time, that's tricky.
Why don't you just cut to an early part in the film?
That is one way to do it, but there are two problems. One, we didn't record an earlier scene, and two, that doesn't explain why we're on a loop.
So how do we time travel?
I've told you all I could.
What?
Now the only way to go back is for you to accept the fact that we have already and that we will again.
How do I do that?
Try to remember the last loop. Do you remember anything from when we last time traveled?
Not really, no.
You do. You will. Imagine yourself. Imagine yourself watching this film. Imagine yourself watching your film self, watching this film after we're done making it. Concentrate.
I am.
Go deeper. Now visualize. Try to remember. Visualize yourself on the screen.
I am. I see it.
What do you see?
I see us talking.
What are we talking about?
I can't hear.
Go deeper. Try to remember. Remember. You have to remember.
Quiet. I can't.
That's it. That's our word of the day.
I said 2 words.
Now we can travel back in time.
How? I couldn't remember the loop.
You did all that you could.
But how did we time travel?
You won't believe it, but we